YouTube. My name is Nicola Dickens. This is Free My Cure. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. It is still really wet outside, to say the least. So if you can give me a moment, I need to share this feed out, and we are going to get on with today's review of Somango from Arizona Organix. Yay! So let me share this out for a moment. Oh, Tigger, you don't need to go see the puppies and the neighbors. Oh, excuse me. What a morning. So I drove myself to my doctor's appointment this morning for my gallbladder. It was a extremely uncomfortable ride. By the time I actually made it to my doctor's appointment, I was a mess. I was in tears. I hurt really bad. So I went ahead and pulled, because I don't do a lot of live videos to show why I don't drive or what some of the things that happen. One of the things that happens is when I'm driving, I can't block out bladder spasms, which is very difficult for me. It makes it hard to drive. It becomes very painful. Today I ended up in tears, just absolutely in hysterical tears, not feeling well. It was a rough day. I did post it on my story on Facebook today, just to kind of give you guys an idea of why some of us don't drive. Now that we are live, let's go back to my live chat. Hi, Angie Fletcher. How are you doing this morning? I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody is feeling their best. I am still struggling quite a bit, which will probably happen. By the time I did actually make it to my doctor's appointment, I was just a mess. I was in tears. It was horrible. I have a really hard time blocking out pain when I'm having to concentrate on everything around me. And when you're driving, that's what happens. And that's one reason why I don't drive too much on my own anymore. But we are going to go ahead and review Somango today from Arizona Organix. And I went ahead and pulled 2 carb caps out, simply because this stuff is so sticky that when I had to get it out, I had to put it in the freezer, and then I had to stick it to it, and then I got it stuck to my fingernails, and it was just a mess. So I thought, okay, we're gonna... Oh, I'm glad you're feeling good this morning, Angie. That's good. You know, these days are rough. I get a lot of nausea. I get a lot of pain with it. When I was at the doctor, my blood pressure was 166 over 100, and that is pure pain. That has nothing to do with the nausea or anything else like that. I have had checks with my heart. They have tried putting me on blood pressure medications. However, they have figured out that my blood pressure problem isn't an actual blood pressure problem. It is a pain problem. The more pain I'm in, the higher my blood pressure will shoot up, to the point where I'll start shaking. I'll start crying. I won't be able to control myself. So even trying to compose myself is pretty difficult. So we're gonna go ahead and taste this. Good afternoon from Dallas. Hey, how are you doing, Ken Grant? Weed America. Yes. From Dallas. How does that work in Dallas where THC is not quite yet legal? So that I am kind of curious about, Mr. Ken Grant. How does that work? How do you work with a weed organization in an illegal state? You do finally have your CBD clinics up and running. I think you only have 2 in Texas right now, but they are there. You can mail order CBD in. I know that there are black market cannabis as well as mail order type of cannabis. Lydia, how are you doing? I am in Arizona, yes. I live just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, so I don't live in the valley, but pretty close. So as always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck pain, fuck depression, fuck it all. Mesa, amazing. Well, welcome, Lydia. Hi, Michelle, you here too? it when you guys come. It is so amazing. So fuck cancer, guys. So my puppy over here, he's not really a puppy anymore. I call him a puppy still. Mr. Tigger can hear the dogs, the neighbor's dogs barking. So he's over here at the door and crying, and let me out, Mom. But I really don't want to go out because it's still wet. I just want to see them. So open the door so I can see them and they can see me and we'll be good. It's too cold, Tigger. It is like 41 degrees right now in Arizona. So it is very, very wet. I posted how wet and muddy my roads are out here where I live today on my Instagram story so everybody can see just how much water we've really gotten lately. So this is Somango from Arizona Organix. Somango is a 75-25 indica hybrid. Yes, it is. There is some places in Arizona right now that it is snowing. Well, if you can see any of the mountains around us, they're all white capped. It is absolutely beautiful. I've said this for the last couple of years now. I want to make it out to the snow. Yeah, it's 41 degrees here. It's cold. It's chilly out here today. So yeah, I've been saying that I want to make it out to the snow. I at least want to take my snow dog out there because he loves the snow. And I have not done it. Just go to Basin. I know the problem is that cold hurts. Oh my God. I don't think it's actually stopped raining here in about 3 or 4 days. We'll go from a rain to a sprinkle, back to a rain, and the whole 9 yards. So it's really kind of cool. So we just re-upped at Arizona Organix, and I wanted to show you guys. I got one of their bags this time. Well, the last couple of times we've gotten some of their bags. They just redid their parking lot in the back of their building, which is amazing. Thank you guys for doing that. It needed to be done so badly. But yeah, I just absolutely adore their branding. I love the way that they have put stuff together. They are Arizona's first Arizona medical dispensary, which is kind of cool. You will be here in Phoenix in a month. Amazing. You and I should get together for a collab video or something, at least to smoke together. That is one of my goals, is to rack up the amount of people that I get to smoke with. That's one of my big things, is I want to be able to smoke with as many people as possible. I want to build up that resume of being able to smoke with people, purely because it is a cool way of sitting down and relaxing and getting to know somebody else and making these connections in this world. This weed world is an amazing trip. I've met people here that have had past lives of everything. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a whole lot of fun to meet and talk with all of you guys. I have met other cancer patients that are either coming or trying to come to Arizona to get treatments from Mayo Clinic, Cancer Centers, Treatments of America, some of the university hospitals. We have a lot of medical advances here in Phoenix, which is amazing. I do really, really appreciate that. I wish we had more advances in what I have specifically, but we'll get there. You know, you gotta be patient, I guess. And I am not one of those patient people, especially when it comes to pain. So Somango is a 75-25 indica hybrid. Its parent strains are Jack Herr, Super Skunk, and Big Skunk Koreans. This is from Arizona Organix, and this has a 20% THC level with this 1% CBD level, which I think is absolutely amazing. This stuff, however, is so super sticky. It will stick to everything. I got it on my hands. I'm a Iraqi freedom vet who suffered from depression and anxiety. Amazing. You know something? My little brother, don't believe he was Iraqi freedom. He was not Iraqi freedom. He's much younger. He's much younger. He was over there, and he suffers from a lot of PTSD. He did find his reckoning moment when he was over there, and it was a doozy. He did talk to me about it. I did talk to him. I talked to him several times to try to help him. I love my little brother. The war, I mean, thank you so much for your service, Mr. Ken Grant. I do appreciate it. Everything that you guys have done for us, that your families have done for us. I personally have never served, but my little brother did, and you guys give a tremendous amount of yourselves. Thank you. It's not something that can be explained, and it's not something that can be empathized with enough, I think, in a lot of cases. I have a lot of PTSD and trauma, and my brother's, even though he wasn't abused to the point that I was, his trauma is so much more severe than mine was. That's how serious our veterans give of themselves, and thank you. I appreciate that from my family to you and your family. Thank you for everything that you guys have done, that your families have sacrificed for us, and thank you. I do appreciate that very, very much so. This has a very sweet tropical vanilla fruity spicy taste, so if you do a big dab of this, you're gonna get a good heat in that throat. That pepper is gonna burn in the back of your throat, so make sure you have something good and cold to drink it while you're doing it. Sorry, one of the things that I do have a problem with, because my blood pressure has been so high, all I do is really sit and I shake. It's what my whole body does. In order to try to get myself to calm down, I'll sit and I'll move my legs, or try to get to where I can take my mind and focus on something else, my toes or something. I'll sit and wiggle my toes to where I can take my mind and just put them on what my toes are doing, and try to block out as much of the pain as possible. That's really what cannabis has really helped me do. Cannabis itself, if you're not trying to block that pain out or work with that type of a pain, it doesn't help a whole lot with pain management. So it's not like popping, your pain medicines. It doesn't do the same. But when it comes to nausea, or when it comes to depression, anxiety, or any of those things, marijuana is right on point. It helps me a lot more than any of my medications. Oh, I know, isn't it crazy? We got 1,000 subs. We are ready to go monotonize. I'm ecstatic. Thank you. It's you guys are doing this too, so thank you. Yeah, we got 1,000 subs, so we are ready to go monotonized. We are ready to do this. We are ready to take this thing to the max out there. So we are going to go 5 days a week on reviews, as well as our unboxings. I have 2 unboxings to do, one from the marijuana group out of Canada, which I am so excited. I cannot wait to do this unboxing. It is going to be so much fun. Let me tell you, it's going to be amazing. And then, of course, Vistaprint. I do have another promo box from Vistaprint to open up, so I can't wait to do that one as well. So I'm excited. So let's go ahead and run through this really quick. The effects are without a doubt cerebral, with a mood boost, a creative shot of energy, and a healthy dose of euphoria as a kick. This strain is recommended mostly for treatment of mental illnesses, including anxiety, mood disorders, and avoidant behavior patterns. The effects: relaxed, happy, uplifted, talkative, focused, creative, euphoric, hungry, and sleepy. Medicinally to treat lack of appetite, stress, insomnia, depression, mood swings, pain, anxiety, bipolar, gastrointestinal disorder, PTSD. The negatives of this are dry mouth and eyes, headache, and paranoia. I have not gotten any of these. I don't get dry mouth very often. When I do get it, though, I get it bad. So one of the things I wanted to talk a little bit about is avoidant behavior patterns. I am notorious for this. I do it all the time. I try to avoid as much as possible, and in doing that, I end up stressing myself out more. It's one of those things I'm trying to personally work on. Again, I have been seeing a therapist to try to, mentally help balance myself as well. So I do recommend that not only do you do this stuff, but I take my notes on it as well as everything else. I think it would be, Linda Guthridge says, I think it would be great to meet with you and smoke and cook. My husband has I would love to. I am all about that. I decided to start doing this because one of the things that I was really afraid of is I knew how medications were going to affect me because I had been on so many of them, and I've had medications affect me to the point of freaking me out and making me not know who I am or where I'm at, to the point of crying and going into just crazy, I'm crazy type of things. One of the things that I found out with cannabis was I'm not on any psychotropic medications anymore, which is an amazing thing because I do have severe PTSD. I do have severe depression. I do have, all of these horrible things, this interstitial cystitis that is very, very painful. It's very, very difficult. All of these things are so, so difficult. So one of the things that I did find that I thought was interesting, that it said avoidant behavior patterns as being a part of this. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So coping or escaping coping is a maladaptive coping mechanism characterized by the effect to avoid dealing with a stressor. Coping refers to behaviors that attempt to protect oneself from physical damage. Avoidance behavior in conscious or unconscious defense mechanism by which a person tries to escape from unpleasant situations or feelings such as anxiety and pain. And I do that a lot. I try to escape from that pain by moving different body parts and trying to take my mind and focus on that body part. I have blocked out a lot of my past and traumas simply because I didn't know how to deal with them. Now, I'm 44 years old and I'm having to learn how to deal with them. I'm having to go through, therapies and learn how all over again that it's okay that when we need help sometimes to ask for that help. And that's really what I'm here doing, is saying, hey, if you guys need that help on that mental side, there's no shame in asking for it. There's no shame in saying, something, I can't do this today. Maybe tomorrow, but I can't today. And I have done that. I've done that to an extreme in a lot of cases, which is bad. And I am learning to deal with that. So let's go ahead and give this one more really good taste this time and see how we feel. Because of doctor's appointments, I hopefully will have another video done today. If not, it will be tomorrow. So for that, I do apologize. I am trying to get these done. I do have 2 unboxings, one from the marijuana group coming up and the Vistaprint promo box. So I'm excited. So here to give you guys a little look-see of what we got going on here. This is some beautiful Sonoma concentrate from Arizona Organix. Yay! And yeah, I always add in all my social medias down below. So if there is a time that you want to try to get a hold of me because you have some extra time and we want to sit down and smoke, please feel free to message me. I love to talk to you guys. That's why I do this. So please feel free to message me. If I don't get back to you right away, just be a little patient. It usually takes me a couple of hours before I am able to get back. I try to do everything in a timely manner. It doesn't always happen. I do have still a couple of packages I need to get out. For that, I do apologize. I do have winners of my last contest. I have not mailed your prizes yet, but I do plan on mailing them this week. They will get out to you. I will send you copies of the shipping labels so that you know it is on your way. So until later. let's do this last dab, see how it tastes, and talk about pain levels. As always, guys, fuck cancer. So that is a very, very citrusy, very vanilla-y sweet flavor. Wow. You win prizes on here. My last prizes were some CBD products. Actually, if you check out my Daily High Club February Love Box, I am giving the pipe away in that box. So yes, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and on the Daily High Club February unboxing, if you get over there before the last day of the month, the 28th day of February, get your number on that video, you will be entered to win a free pipe for February. So yes, you win prizes on here too. Woohoo! It's no fun if you can't win stuff and share stuff back and forth. I am all about that. And I actually haven't decided if I'm going to give that whole box away. So on the 28th day of February, I will put our giveaway video up to where I will go in and do the live drawing, and I believe the number is from 1 to 1,000. If you put your number on that video, I will be doing a drawing on the 28th day for February's Daily High Club box, at least the glass piece in that box. So, yay, it's exciting! So good, so good, so good. So, I started out today at a pain level of 9. I actually did a video in the truck when I got to my doctor's office today. I actually have a lot more, so I have extra saliva today for some reason. So I don't get dry mouth, I have like extra. So, no, I actually did a video outside my doctor's office today. I was in so much pain by the time I got to my doctor's office. You know, I love the app Leafly too. However, I don't use a lot of it. It is not credible information because the information is editable. And because I write for Weed World magazine, I do reviews for them. I use books and other resources. I have cited my resources in the past. I will always cite my resources in the future. Of how I look the cannabis up, but Leafly isn't always a credible source. It is a great source, and it is a fun source to use, but it is not always. Yes, Michelle actually won the Stash Logic smell-proof container. How do you like that, by the way? Are you enjoying that? Because I take that Stash Logic box everywhere I go. So how do you like that, Michelle? Do you like that? I love mine. It is awesome with teens, yeah. So, today I started out at a level of 9, ended up doing a video. I was in a lot of pain. My blood pressure was at 166 over 100 when I got to the doctor's office today. Right now, my pain level is about a 7.5, so it's still pretty high. I am still shaking. So, it's going to be one of those yucky days. Hopefully I can get things to calm down enough to where I can hopefully get some sleep this evening. I had a lot of I had a really bad time sleeping last night. Simply because it's just hard. When you're in so much pain, to close your eyes and to be able to relax your body enough to be able to go to sleep is so hard. But I do try. Yeah, when you have teas, you have to be able to lock it up. You do. And that stash box has the keypads on there, so it's amazing. I love those things. No, the rain never does help with the pain, and especially because it's so chilly out. I never really had a problem with cold until a nurse tried to kill me. And she did. I told a nurse, I was in the hospital, and I had told a nurse, she's like, your blood pressure, your blood pressure. I'm like, okay. My heart is fine. I have a pain problem. I do not have a blood pressure problem. She's like, but you have blood pressure pills on your records. And I said, yes, but you cannot give me blood pressure pills after you give me my nighttime meds. If you do, you will crash me. You will kill me. I've been in so much pain in sleep. Yeah, I've been in the same position as you, Michelle. It's been hell. So she did, and she gave me my night meds, and about an hour later, I was starting to fall asleep, and I wasn't coherent, but my blood pressure had not gone down fully. So she gave me the IV blood pressure medication, and she crashed me. What ended up happening was I ended up waking up, and I'm like calling my nurse, and I'm like, am I having an allergic reaction? Something's wrong. I don't feel right. Well, my face had started drooping. I didn't have control. Yeah, it is bad. This is bad. And so they had to put me on my head, they had to fill me as full of as much IV fluid as they could to get my blood pressure. Then she had to sit in the room with me for a couple of hours and monitor me to make sure I wasn't gonna crash any further. And I mean, I was in and out of it the whole time. I woke up at one point in time during there. I'm like, why are you still in my room? You need to get out. And she's like, I can't leave. I'm sorry. Once you're through this, I will leave, but I can't leave right now. I love the rain, but the wet cold's killing my joints. I know, it's so bad. the wet and the cold and the rain, and I mean, as wonderful and beautiful as it was. I mean, I was watching I did my video yesterday. If you see yesterday's video, you can hear the thunder in the background, which was really cool. You already told her. I did tell her, don't give me the blood pressure medication. So yeah, it was, oh my goodness, lumbar spine arthritis. That's, yeah, no thank you. But since she did that and I came back from that, I don't react well to cold. If I'm cold, if my body is cold, my blood pressure will shoot up as well because it causes a lot of pain, which I never knew that could happen, but it can. And it's seriously scary when it does. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I had no idea that those hospital beds went straight up and down like that. I mean, it literally took and put my feet all the way up in the air and put my head on the ground. And I had to lay like that for like 2 hours or something. It was just horrible. So if that's ever happened to anybody, I've been there, I've done that, I feel your pain, I apologize, that is hell. So we are going to do this one more time because I'm still shaking and I want to see if I can get some of the pain levels to come down just a little bit more because I'm focusing on it. I have the arthritis in my spine on the top of the degenerative disc disease. Oh wow. I'm sorry, Michelle. And Angie says she's sorry. I have insomnia as well as chronic pain, a lot of other health problems. I totally know what you're going through. Yeah. Insomnia hits me on occasion, and when it does, it sucks. It sucks. I'll tell you what. And then your brain keeps going, and you know that your brain's not being rational. You know that your brain is just not thinking rationally. And you know that some of these things that your brain is just rambling on about, you know that it's not rational, and you can't get it to stop. And it's not cool. Not cool. So, you know something? Fuck that. Yeah, it is. You know, and My doctor even today, she's like, I can look at you and see this is bad. And then the nurse saw my blood pressure go up and she's like, yeah, this is really bad. So, yeah. And then I think it's crazy how the insurance can dictate some of the things to your doctor. The insurance never should be able to dictate to your doctor. Your doctor should always be able to dictate to the insurance. I don't think that's right, personally. The doctor is the one treating, not the insurance. Well, oh, so good. So, my pain levels are sitting, I want to say at about a 7. Hopefully they'll come down a little bit. I need to get up and start moving around a little bit more, or I'm going to start freezing up. So that's all for this video. I will see you guys back with an unboxing. I will see you guys soon. As always, mad love.